It seems to me that everyone is just trying to make it to Sunday.
Hey everyone, Waffles here, and today I'm doing something a little different. With the holiday season coming up, this was on sale Black Friday. I didn't get this up as quickly as I wanted, but the Nintendo Switch, I'm going to do a quick little review on why you should get it. It's great. That's about as good as it gets. No, but seriously, this system is probably one of my favorite systems I've had in a long time. I've got the Xbox One, I've got the PS4, I've got all the retro systems, PS3, Xbox 360. I think I have just about one of every system, or at least something that'll play games from every system. So, gaming's my thing, and this is what I love right here, this little guy. Best thing about it? Well, it's hard to say best thing, because everyone's best thing is going to be a little bit different, but my favorite thing is, boom, right there. Best thing about this thing. So, seriously. So, I've got my screen. I've got my games. I can cycle through all I want, and I can play this anywhere. Or, man, I'm going to sit down, and I would not mind laying in bed and playing this. Put it in the docking charger. This hooks up to the TV. You play it on the TV. If someone wants to use the TV, you take it off, they can use the TV, you're still playing your game. So, that's the gimmick of this thing, and it does it really well. It's not like the 3DS that came out, its only gimmick was the 3D, and you have to hold it in a certain direction to get it to work, and it gives you bad headaches if you don't. This, they're like, oh hey, we'll do something halfway portable. And like, oh, it's going to be fully portable, or on the TV, and it's just great. And so when you're playing on the TV, take these little doohickeys off, slide them in, and all this comes with the Switch. So you don't got to buy this piece separate. And you got yourself a little controller. It looks a little funky, but it really does not feel bad when you're playing. It's just kind of like a big square, but I don't know. It doesn't feel super clunky or anything while you're playing. It feels like a pretty decent controller. They do make controllers that do not come with this. They make wired and wireless, and they have a pro version, and those feel more like an Xbox controller. So if you're really worried about it, if you really want to get into the games and you do not like this a whole lot, they do make parts, different controllers that come with it that are actually pretty decent. But like I said, I don't know, I always use this, and it does not feel super bad. And all they do to charge, you just slide them right back on while the docking bay is charged in, and they charge with the system. Con, this does not have the most amazing battery life. It's not bad. Depending on what you're playing, if you're playing a big game like Skyrim, or if you're using the internet, it does drain a little bit faster. You probably get a good 3 hours out of it before you need to charge. If you're playing some of the retro games, something that's not big and it's not online, you can get 4 to 5 hours out of it, I have, before it'll say low battery life, and then, you got half hour or so to get it on the charger. They do make extended charging cords for it. The cord that actually plugs in to your docking bay, you can actually just take and plug it into the system, and you can play it while it's charging that way. So it's one of those, in the car, if you have an external charger, it's great for road trips. If you're just going to play it in the, if you're laying in bed or on the couch or someone wants to watch TV, it works really great. Like I said, you're not going to, you can't take this on an airplane, like a 10-hour plane ride and expect to play the entire time without charging it. There are aftermarket battery packs and stuff that add to it, but its battery life is not amazing. It's not terrible, right? You're not going to, it's not going to drain in an hour or two unless you're doing something ridiculous. Another con, apart from all the other systems, even like the Wii and the Wii U, this doesn't get Netflix, Hulu, anything like that. The only real streaming service that it provides is YouTube. And so, it's not an all media device. This is strictly a gaming platform. So if you're looking for something that, you can plug into the living room and watch, your Hulu, your Netflix and stuff on. It doesn't have that. They might come later. There's been rumors that we'll get Netflix and Hulu, but not yet. And we just barely got YouTube on it. The cards, and when I say cards, is here's your game. And it makes a lot of sense to me, anyways. So, games fit on the cards. And you don't have to download extra stuff. You might have internet updates, but the updates are going to be in megabytes, not gigabytes. So that is one thing I love this versus the other consoles. So like if you get yourself an Xbox with 500 gig hard drive, you might fit 10 games on it. Like, sorry, that's about as max as it gets before you got to get a different hard drive or external hard drive. Like the One X comes with a 2 terabyte hard drive, I believe, and like those are good, but those systems are $500-$600 depending on which package you get. This has a small internal hard drive, but I bought myself a little micro SD card that fits in it. I think I got 32 gig, and I haven't even started using the external, like the extra, and I have like 10 games on this. So the cards are great. The loading times are really small. The only real drawback to cards versus the CDs is your graphics aren't going to be amazing. But, and this is like the best part, is portable. So I want to play Minecraft, I can play it on the TV, or I can play it portable. Skyrim. Skyrim's a huge selling point for the Switch, I believe. Skyrim, everyone loves Skyrim. Portable. Graphics aren't going to be the same as the PS4. They're not terrible. I'd say they're probably about the same as the PS3 graphics when it came out. But it's portable Skyrim. Like, it's really hard to beat that stuff. It has lots of retro gaming. Before, the online was free. Now you have to pay for it, but it's not terrible. It's not going to break the bank. $20 for a full year. And it doesn't just give you the online service. It gives you games as well. And I'll just show you a quick little... Boom. Boot it up. So this is all online. You're streaming these games, or these are going to be retro games from the original Nintendo system. Get it booted up real quick to show you. Bam. Got Mario 3, you got regular Mario, you got a Galaga, I think, Ice Hockey, Tecmo Bowl, Legends of Zelda, and the one cool thing they added to it, you can see right there, the special edition Legend of Zelda. So all that is it's the original game, except for they give you all the power starting out with. You got the best armor, you got the best sword, you got the best bow and arrow, well, you got the best arrows, then you got to find the bow and stuff like that. So they start you out with basically game-ending stuff. It's like New Game Plus for Zelda, which is really cool. And all that comes with the online service. And it is like a cloud system, so none of it saves to here. So you do have to have online to play, which, kind of lame, but at the same time, like $20 and you get all those and they keep adding more every single month. It's worth it. It's like Gamer Pass for the, Xbox, PlayStation Play for, the PlayStation 4. So it's that, but it's built in already. Like, you don't have to have online and this. It's all part of the same system. And if you like old school games, it's amazing. They are coming out with paddles, which are just going to be the original Nintendo paddles to play these games with. Or, again, an amazing feature, you just pull one of these Joy-Cons out and you just play with it sideways. And it's a little small. People with big hands have a problem with it. But, instead of holding this big clunky thing to play the game that only requires, 4 buttons, you only need one side. Another con is you are not going to find the blockbuster games on the Switch, unfortunately. Like, I get it. The cards can only hold so much data, and you can only, take so much speed off of each card to run games. So, like, Red Dead Redemption, new Fallout, it's not going to be on here. But you do have your own console specifics. All the Mario games, the new Mario games, are fantastic. Octopath Travelers, it's a new RPG, same people that do Final Fantasy. They put it on here, only here, perfect. It's a fun game. This game is entertainment incarnate. Everything about it is fun. They have like the Go version, so it's kind of like the old Wii Sports, but it's made for this. Super fun. The new Mario Party, outstanding. Probably the best Mario Party I've played in a long time. My wife plays it all the time. She loves it. Mario Kart on here. So every game that I have bought on here, I have not been disappointed with. Like, they're not the greatest graphics. They might not be the super longest games ever, but I enjoy all of it. Breath of the Wild, the Zelda that's on here, is phenomenal. And the graphics on it are really good, and it's like, when I first got this, I was playing it so much because I fell in love with that damn game. I played it. So my wife was getting upset with me. She needed the TV. So I was like, oh, hey, you want the TV? That's fine. I'll play it right here. So it's a great system. So now I'm going to show you a little bit of the gameplay and just a little bit of the menu, show you how all that looks and works. And yeah. So just watch right now. Alright, so what this is right here, this is going to be your main page for the Switch. This is what it looks up right when you boot it up. You've got all of your different games up here, all your software. This is going to be like where your YouTube, anything you have loaded this game. So what do I got here? I've got the online 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I got 17 different softwares on here. And let's see if I can find this. Data management. Yeah, see, I have barely even touched anything on my micro SD card. Everything's been on the system memory so far. It looks like I got the 60-something gig. So that's good. I couldn't remember. So that's what I'm saying is, with the cards, you do not use up lots of system space. So that is nice. You don't have to worry about extra cards. Like if you get, like I said, I have that 64 gig, I believe, and it's going to be here for a long time with all these different games I have on already. If you look at the top left here, this is going to be where you have different profiles. The best, I'm going to keep saying best a lot, but a great thing about this is you can have different profiles. The good and the bad about that is, so Waffles is mine, that's my wife's, that's my little brother's. So what it is mine has everything hooked up to it. So like what that means is I have the internet hooked up to it, and I have my YouTube profile hooked up to it. If my wife wanted to get on and play, she does not have the online, so she would have to purchase that. And she does not have her YouTube preferences set. She just has to hook it up to it. So like it's not really all that bad, especially if you just have like one for everyone. So that's my wife's. So if you go on here, there's Amiantha's. See, I have to link an account to use it. But like it's here or there. Like if you're super worried about it, it's $20 for a year if everyone has to have their own account. But I'm going to show you why that's not a big deal. I've been playing lots of Mario 3. You play it, and you can load points. So you can have different save spots even on the same account. You only get 4 of them, but like once, if you have 4 people playing, each person can have their own save spot. And you don't have to really worry about that. And that works for all the games on here. So there's save spots for everyone on all the games. So you really don't have to have the online. The only time it really makes a big difference is if like I'm playing Splatoon, that requires online play. So if someone had to have their own Splatoon account, they would have to pay $20 for their own internet. So it's I don't think it's that huge of a deal. But that's me. News, you get your news thing, it shows you, last chance for Nintendo eShop Cyber gift cards. So this is everything pertaining to the Switch. They give you a rundown for treat yourself to holiday season, big savings, let's look at digital games, blah, 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 blah. And it just gives you exactly what they're doing point by point. So like see Skyrim, 50% off for this week and stuff like that. So it really good. When you do download games, it is going to take up significantly more space on the system. So that's why I recommend getting the cards, and especially because like I went to GameStop and almost every single one of these deals was the same. A couple different ones. I think I saw Doom for actually only 20. Skyrim might have been like 40. They're pretty comparable though. Undertale, that is a huge game that came out. Everyone was super impressed with it. It's weird because it's like it's so fastly put together in appearance, but the game is fun. So that's a huge selling point, I think, for the Switch. And another one, you guys probably already saw it, Fortnite. That is such a huge game right now, especially with the younger generations. That makes me sound so freaking old. Fortnite's a huge thing, and what makes it even better on the Switch, again, portability. You just, oh, I'm playing it. Oh, mom needs the TV, dad needs the TV. I can keep playing it. I can play it in my room. I do not need to have a full setup. As long as I have Wi-Fi, I can play it anywhere. So I see kids with the Switch playing that all the time. YouTube. I've got YouTube hooked up to my account. So as soon as I log in, it's got all the preferences from my iPad and computer. And unfortunately, this is the only streaming service, but it works really well. Like, I don't know. Yeah, protected content cannot be displayed or TV monitor. Yeah, okay. So there's like, it's, yeah. Some things it won't play, but like most of the time it's just because I have this running through a game capture, so if it slows down at all, it'll try and kick me out. But only on the game capture. Album, you can take screenshots. So I can hit this little button right here on the left. Oh, hold on. Okay, I will show you this real quick. Skyrim, this is the second reason to get the Switch. First reason is any of the Nintendo games. Like, Let's Go Pikachu, Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario Odyssey. Those games fit just about anyone's delight for Mario. If you love Mario in any way, shape, or form, or any Nintendo game in any way, shape, or form, those games are it. Those are the ones to get. And if you're looking for other games, if you're looking for more serious games like Skyrim, this is the next reason to get the Switch. Again, there are better looking games. There are better looking versions of Skyrim. There are better versions of Skyrim. If you get on the PC, a lot better graphics. You can do the mods and stuff like that. Nothing like that on the Switch. But if you're looking for just the game, this is it. So when it loads right here, I will show you that the graphics really aren't all that bad. Okay, that's why my game capture's not doing the HDCP, so it's not going to let me stream off of this until I turn that off. Oh, man. And I was saying how these loading screens aren't that bad. I think that's probably the worst one that I've ever encountered, though. Like, really. So we'll just continue a game real quick. I'm not sure who's playing. So this game, you can play with the controller, or you can take the straps off and use each one individually. So, like, it's, I don't know. It's neat. I still prefer a controller, but like the Legend of Zelda game, the Breath of the Wild, that's what I'm trying to say. You can pull them apart, so like when you use the bow and stuff like that, you can actually use the motion controls to pull back the bow and swing the sword and stuff like that. Or you could put it on the controller and not do that. So it's more of an immersive experience, I guess, if you're using just the two hands. But I have not my cup of tea. If I want to do that, I'm gonna hop on the VR and get the full immersion. But it is a really neat thing they did, because it's like the Wii, but on a better console. It's motion controls on a better console. So you can see, like, the graphics here, not that bad, right? Like, I can see it on my TV right now. The screen on the Switch is not as clear as the TV, so you will notice a little bit on the portable side. But again, like, the portability of it, it's so hard to beat, and it's really not that bad looking at all. Like, it's just enough to notice better on the TV. Like, if you're just sitting down and playing, you won't even really notice the difference. But like right now, I'm looking at my game capture, so I'm looking at this tree, and it's slightly grainy, right? But if it was on the Switch, it'd just be enough to look at it and be like, okay, I can see a difference. If you're looking at like a tree up in your face, like this, you really can't see a difference. And it's the full game. It's the Game of the Year edition, or whatever they're calling it now. It's got all the DLC on it. Like I said, like, you can buy 50% off right now on the store. If you go to GameStop, you can get it at a cheap thing. You know, if you get a used one, you can definitely get it far cheaper. And it's Skyrim, portable. Like I said, I'm going to take a screenshot right there. You see the top left, capture taken. So when I leave, you close your software, and I can go to my album. And boom. All the screenshots I have taken right there. So if you see something funny and you want to share it with someone, boom, screenshot right there. So this is going to be it for this portion. And I'm just going to do the last little rundown here in a second. Alright, so that was just a little bit of the gameplay. I just kind of ran down how the system looks, its interface system, how it looks pretty good. Yeah, so I give this 2 thumbs way up. Price point, it's the same as the other consoles, so not sure how you feel about that. I think it's worth it personally. It is great. They haven't lowered the price since it came out, but I don't think they need to because I play this far more than my Xbox or my PlayStation. And it's not because those ones are bad or anything like that. This is just, it's easy and it's fun. Minecraft, yeah, it's on all the other systems, but this is the same one. You can play this cross-play with Xbox. It's the same Minecraft on here, but I could play it on my TV or I could take it on the road. When I have the baby at night, he has a hard time, so I don't want to have the TV on super loud. I don't want him blinding him, you know? You don't want to have the TV on while he's trying to sleep. So turn the TV off, pull this out, play it. Wife wants to watch TV. I don't want to watch what she's watching. Pull it out, throw in the headphones. We can still hang out together. I got my games, and she's got that. So it's like, it's the best of both worlds. It really is. Price mark, these things are $300 brand new. Comes with the controller, come with the console, no games. They do have bundles. They have the Legend of Zelda one, and they have the Mario Kart one, I know for sure. $350, you get the console and the game, so it saves you like $10. You can find GameStop has deals all the time. Walmart has deals all the time where you get the game and the console for like $300. Games for it are a great. There's such a different price range. I've got games on here that I paid $5 for that are amazing. I've got the original, or the arcade version of Excitebike on here. It was like $6. And then I also have, the new Mario Party, which is $60. And like, I enjoy both. They're like, it's the games that I want to play. So when you're looking to get a game, you might not be spending $60 on every game. There's lots of games that came out, like Xenoverse, when it came out, was only $40. There's a port to this one. And I thought that was great. The Minecraft was $30. I think that's about normal. But yeah, like the online service is cheaper and he gives you free games. So this is, it's the best because portability. You can play it on the TV. Cheap. It's cheaper than the rest. Like all the games, all brand new games you're going to get for the PlayStation are going to be $60. Like the big titles, like Diablo came on here, $60. There was a couple other ones. I think LA Noire came out here, but it was only like $40 when it came out for the port. And you are getting, this is a Nintendo system, but they are putting more and more games on here that aren't Nintendo. There's Doom. The big shoot 'em up bloody game Doom is on the Switch. And like they add their own flair to it. Skyrim's on here. It's, rated M. I think it's rated M. I don't know. But blood, people say bad words, alcohol, sexual content, like not really like a lot, but it's a more mature game, but it's on here. But they also added in, once you get, like halfway through the main storyline, you get Zelda armor. You get, the Hyrule Shield, the Master Sword, and a tunic, and you get to look like Zelda and stuff like that. And the new Diablo, you get Ganondorf's armor. So like they're mature games and they're more hardcore games, but then Nintendo adds their flair to it, and they did it good. They didn't dumb down everything. They're just like, hey, we'll just add this little Easter egg. You can be Link in Skyrim, and that was amazing. So yeah, if you're thinking Christmas gifts, pros for this. Again, I've said it 1,000 times. Portability, it's the best thing about it. Play it on the TV, or you can play it on the go. So you get, 2 systems-ish. It's the same system, but you have 2 different ways of playing it. Affordability, games for it, especially if you're looking for games for younger children. They've got like the Lego games and stuff like that. Cheap. You're not going to be spending $60 on a brand new game every single time. The exclusives for it. The Nintendo exclusives are amazing. The Mario games are amazing. Smash Brothers, Pokken, stuff like that is just... I guess Pokken's not, but the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee on here, it's great. Super fun. Nintendo's really been hitting it out of the park lately. So, like I said, if you're thinking like you need a gift for the family or for a younger person or someone who really likes gaming, like I'm not even going to say like this is just for party games and stuff like that, like the Wii and the Wii U, or this is just a great gaming console now. Cons, though, you don't get the extra services like Netflix and Hulu. And you're not going to get any of the big name titles that come out. Now, that's not to say the exclusives for here aren't big name. It's just like Red Dead Redemption 2 was, a huge hype. The new Fallout was huge hype. Those games aren't going to be on here, but their own, exclusives. They're great. So it's not like I said, you're not going to get the blockbuster titles, but you are going to get the great titles. That's the best way I can describe it. So yeah, that's my review on the Switch. So remember, guys, have fun out there.